What happens when two idiots give life advice? Explore unrealistic situations and give random topics more thought than they deserve? It's Randomosity with Shawn and Mark. Welcome back to Randomosity with Shawn and Mark. So glad you could join us today, and we move into the first part of December. Shawn, can you believe it? It's hard to believe that we're already in December.
It's just, wow.
I know.
2020's been so long, yet so short.
Yeah, I have to agree. Would you rather on the show today? A trip to the Situation Room, and we kick off December with a discussion of Christmas movies. Should be a good show. And remember, hey, we're on Twitter at Randomosity Pod and on Facebook at Randomosity with Shawn and Mark. And you can send in your questions for the show right there. So each and every week, we appreciate you listening on your favorite podcast site. Don't forget to follow us or subscribe to the program and leave us a review and let us know what you think. And don't forget to tell your friends about the show. Yeah, Christmas is a time for giving, and nothing would make you feel better than giving the gift of laughter.
All right, that's nice. I like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
Giving the gift of laughter.
So speaking of gifts, somebody gave us the gift of 10 shows. This is our 10th show.
10 shows. Wow.
They apparently are not listening. No, I'm kidding. So yeah, 10 shows. We're in the double digits. I don't know how I'm going to count them after this, Mark. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm out of fingers though, so I don't know how I'm going to count
the
them.
first one.
I didn't either. I thought that was just going to be like, okay, these fools can never be on the air again. Get them the hell out of here.
Exactly.
Lock the door. Change the locks.
That's right. Tell them, yeah, we move. Don't tell them. Don't give them a forwarding address. Yeah, man, 10 shows. That's something. That's a milestone then.
It is. It is. It really is.
I think everybody's happy that it's Christmas time. I mean, I see a lot more lights up, and I mean, at this time of year we always do, but I mean, we saw them before Thanksgiving. I mean, we talked about that in the Thanksgiving episode, but it was like, it's. I think people need a little Christmas.
Yeah, I mean, this after the way this year's been, anything that's going to bring some joy and happiness into everybody, that's I can't hate on that.
Yeah, and you know, we're wishing you all joyous season.
Speaking of joyous season, Mark is some of you may or may not know, he's an author. He's written several books, and he's got one based on Christmas called Why Men Shop on Christmas Eve. It's a short story, and throughout this month, he's going to read a couple sections from it. So, Mark, if you want to go ahead, we'll have you read the first section from your book,
Sure.
Why Men Shop on Christmas Eve.
Okay, so this is just the back cover, just to kind of give you a lowdown on it. So that's what we'll do today, and then, yeah, as we build up to the season, we'll add a couple excerpts. Also available on Amazon. I'd wager you will find 99% of men detest shopping 99.9% of the time. Wouldn't you agree, Shawn?
Yeah, at least that much.
Yeah. You probably know one of these men. Perhaps you're married to one of them, or perhaps you're one of them. Outwardly, we appear unremarkable, but inwardly, we are characterized by the extreme allergic reaction to piped-in music, clouds of perfume, and the bovine sluggishness of crowds of browsers. Alas, Christmas Eve tends to be the very moment when we finally force ourselves to push into the hordes. It's perverse. If we bought Christmas gifts for our family in, say, August or even November, we would have the stores to ourselves and no Santa baby playing in the background. But I suppose the nature of perversity is that it causes people to do illogical, self-punitive things. Whatever the cause, if you pop into a department store on Christmas Eve, you will see us. We tend to have a jittery, haunted look, but we move fast.
So yeah, I've read this book all the way through, and it is a good read. It's short. It's about 25-30 pages.
Yeah, it's not very long. It's about 20 pages.
Yeah.
And there's like 6 chapters, so.
Yeah, it's a quick read, but it's a fun read.
So if you use it like shopping, you can do it like right before Christmas.
Exactly, especially if you do the Amazon one-day delivery, you can.
That's right. It's a great stocking stuffer, I think. I mean, everybody that's read it has really enjoyed it. It's funny. It's about a man's adventure, thinking that he's going to beat the odds and get his shopping done before Christmas Eve, and of course the hijinks that go on through the whole time period.
Right. So, just out of curiosity, are you done with your shopping already? It's 3 weeks away.
Yeah, no comment.
The man, it's an autobiography, huh?
Somewhat an autobiography. I love Christmas, and I don't mind going to the store, but sometimes it's like you want to get the perfect gift for your wife, for your kids, for mom and dad, for anybody, and sometimes I just have a hard time with that. So that's probably why.
Yeah, I love Christmas, but I hate Christmas crowds and Christmas congestion. Is what I call it. Everything's I used to live right next to a mall, and I'd have to get to work, and those weeks from Thanksgiving to Christmas, it took me so long to get out of my parking lot.
Yeah, we both worked in retail, and we know how awful that can be.
And people are so mean sometimes. I mean, the vast majority are nice. Vast majority of people that shop on Christmas are nice, but the ones you remember are the assholes.
No, that's true. That is true. We have, I mean, I just remember those days, and sometimes it was fun working the season and working Christmas Eve. There wasn't as many shoppers and stuff, and we knew we were going to be done around 6 o'clock in the evening, and so we still had the evening to go. Far different than when we worked on radio.
Oh yeah, because
we worked, even possibly Christmas Day. So, but it was fun, but I'd much rather just, I guess, enjoy the season than do the shopping, which I love giving gifts, so I don't know what my problem would be, but
I know what my problem is. It's the crowds. I'm not agoraphobic, but it's...
But now you can, go online and do all your shopping and 2-day delivery and all that good stuff.
And I've got a Ring, so thankfully people don't steal stuff off my stoop. So that's good.
That's a good thing.
It's been such a big problem already this year. I don't know if anything has made the news, but I know my Facebook feed is people, another package stole off my porch today.
Wow. I did see something though where somebody decided to get back at those people that were taking packages. Have you seen this?
Oh yeah, the glitter bomb.
The glitter bomb, but it also had like a stink bomb in it.
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
Most of those people were opening it up in their cars and just
yeah,
it would release the glitter and this awful rotten egg smell.
Yeah, that's Mark Roebler actually is the one that came up with that. He's got a YouTube page.
That's
so
it, yeah.
You go to Mark Roebler. I think it's just called Glitter Bomb, but if you search that, you'll find it. It's awesome. He's a former NASA engineer, I think.
Right, so I could never build that. So
no, I would just... Here's how I would build it. I'd throw glitter in the box and fart in the box. That's how I'd build it.
Yeah, that's it. Oh, gosh. That could be bad.
All right. With that, why don't we go ahead and head on into the Situation Room.
Welcome to the Situation Room.
And this is the part of the program where we have awkward, funny, sticky, confusing, tricky situations that Shawn and I try to navigate out of.
That sounds like my daily life.
It kind of is, I guess, yeah. So let's just start off. The first one. You fall asleep and wake up moments before your name is announced for an award you don't know about and why you're receiving it. What do you do?
Is this one of those dreams where... Well, no, it's not a dream, is it?
Not a dream. You wake up,
So I was wondering if it was a dream. Was it one of those dreams where I'm naked and I'm also going up to get the award? But we don't have to worry about that now. So...
Yeah, that would put us in a whole different situation.
Yeah. Okay, so it's an award.
Right. You fall asleep in bed, I guess, and then you wake up at this award show.
I mean, am I waking up in the seat at the award show,
yeah,
or am I still in bed?
Okay. They're about to announce your name.
I'm in the tuxedo and everything.
Right. But you don't know
Okay.
what the award is, or
Okay. Or why I'm getting
why you're
it.
getting it.
Let's see. Well, I'm a pretty good BSer, so I would probably get up there and just start rambling, kind of like I do on the show. So just get up there and start rambling. Hopefully, when I get up there, I can see what the trophy says on it, and I can kind of spin off of that.
Sure.
Other than that, you just, thank you. I'd like to thank everybody that made this possible. Bring up mom and dad, and thank mama for the cooking, daddy for the whooping, all that kind of stuff.
Gosh.
So anyway, that's a song lyric. Anyway.
Yeah, I think we got that.
Yeah, right. So yeah, I mean, I have to BS my way through it because I got 10 seconds of lead time beforehand. I've just got to lean into it because they're gonna have a spotlight on me, so I can't just sit there and be like, "Huh, what's happening?"
Yeah.
I don't know.
I guess you could. I mean,
So how would you get through this?
Man, I think you could get up there and be. I am so shocked. I'm so surprised that I'm receiving this. I want to thank all of you out there. I think that kind of the same thing you're doing, except that surprise thing. I just don't even know where to start.
See, here's what you do. You have the
Maybe
guy
you start to cry.
Yeah. Or you have the guy that's sitting there next to you, go and you just start saying things. I'd like to thank the Academy, and you look at him and see what his reaction is. If he says, I was like, of Arts and Sciences for allowing, and you just BS your way through that. You just look at the reaction of him or her as you're spoofing.
But don't you think they catch on to you? You have no clue why you're up there.
I mean, it works in the TV shows.
It does work in the TV shows. Yeah,
TV logic is real life logic, folks.
that's right. And God bless America.
All right, go sports. I don't know.
Yeah, go sports.
If you don't know where you're at, you don't know what team. So
That's true. Yeah. And I mean, what would we get an award for? I mean, that's
I mean,
this podcast.
Yeah. Most I don't know. I'm not going to go there. I'm not gonna even try on that one. So yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I mean, I think we worked our way through that one. Here you go. Scenario number 2.
Okay.
A stranger in the street.
Stranger danger. Gotcha. Okay.
Offers you $1,000.
Where do you live where all these strangers come up to you and offer you things?
Yeah. So he offers you $1,000 to drink one bottle of what he claims to be Epicac. Do you do it?
What's the dollar value?
$1,000.
$1,000, but I'm puking all night.
Well, you don't even know. It could be weeks. You could be puking. Who knows? Because you don't drink a whole bottle of that stuff.
That's true. I mean, I've never drank it, so I don't drink it.
Go back to the Family Guy episode.
Yeah. Oh, that's gross. That's a gross episode. So Epicac. I mean, I've never had that before. How quickly does it take effect?
See, I don't know. I've never taken it either. I know that, like, if sometimes people have to take that because they may have ingested something that as long as you can do that. But what kind of effect does it have on your body?
Yeah,
too?
see, that's the thing.
Is it worth $1,000?
I don't know. Never having taken it, I don't know. If I was just gonna puke for a day and I got $1,000 for it, yeah, I'd take the risk. If it was something that was gonna tear me up, spit me out, and flush me down the toilet, I don't know about that.
Yeah, I don't know either. Because I don't know what the effects of a whole bottle of that stuff is. And he claims it's Epicac.
Yeah. If you're throwing up, it could just be straight poison.
It could be. It could be poison. It could be anything. But I mean, $1,000. Is that? I mean, if it was $5,000, what?
5,000? I still don't know, man. 5,001 maybe, but not 5,000.
5,001, yeah, $1 more.
Yeah, I don't know that one. I'm gonna say no because I don't know what's in that bottle. It could be anything. I mean, it could be what he claims it to be. It could be poison.
So let's say it is Epicac, though. Even if it was, I'm not sure you're supposed to drink a whole bottle of it.
No. What if it ends up being one of those sick, twisted placebo effect studies where you drink it thinking it's Epicac?
And it's like water.
It's just water, yeah. maybe with some food dye or a little bit of salt so it tastes different.
Yeah.
And you start throwing up, but it's all in your head.
Ooh, now see, there's something. Yeah, that could be.
See, so I'm still on the no. I'm still on the no side because I don't know what Epicac does to you. And even if we just assume it is straight Epicac, I don't want to die. So
I'm not sure that $1,000 is enough to do that.
no, yeah.
And if it is Epicac, I mean, once again, how long are you going to be throwing up? And
Yeah.
that would be a.
The last time I threw up, I busted some blood vessels in my eyeballs. So I'm just imagining having blood red eyes for 3 weeks, and I got $1,000 for it. Yay!
Yay! Yeah.
Yeah, no.
You might have to go to the doctor after that.
Right.
I mean, you could do something. It might cost more than $1,000. So was it worth it? So I'm gonna say no on that one.
Yeah,
as well.
big no.
Okay. Your boss comes in and says you have to assign your co-host a new job. What do you pick?
Oh, okay. So I got to give you a new job.
You got to give me a new job.
I got to give you a new job. Let's see. Do I want to be a or do I want to be cool? I mean, eventually, with this world you live in, with all these situations, it's gonna come back and bite me. So I better stay cool. Okay. So what limitations are there that I can pick?
You can pick anything you want.
I can give you any job?
Yeah.
Okay, lead singer of Styx.
Oh wow, well, you're being nice. Yeah. Well, now what if you weren't being nice? What would you do?
Lead singer of Nickelback.
See, if I was going to be mean, I would certainly pick like snake wrangler or snake charmer because
No
I know
snakes.
you hate snakes.
No,
You're like
snakes.
the Indiana Jones.
If we talked about the time where
Yeah, we talked about that where you
Yeah.
defied physics and
Yeah.
jumped straight in the air and then sideways. I think it was that just the last show or it might have been a couple shows ago.
yeah.
But that would be if I guess I was going to be mean. I'm going to do that. Let's see if I was going to be nice and assign you a new job, and I want to be nice. I don't know if I can do this. For you to be on a TV series.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Any specific TV series?
A
or just-
successful one. I mean, if we're going to be nice. I mean,
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe a new one starring you. That's kind of scary. But yeah, okay. So we did the mean. Okay, so that's good. That's good. All right. So if you have a situation for us, it's to us to try to navigate out of, don't forget to go to Facebook or Twitter and go ahead and let us know what your situation would be.
And then we'll talk it out here and see if we can give you at least a comedic answer, if not a decent answer.
That's right. That's right.
All right, what do we got up? Let's try that again. What do we got up next, Mark?
What did you say before?
A head injury. I don't know.
Head injury, yeah. Did I hit you too hard?
Yeah, right.
You still worried about the snake wrangler thing?
Yeah.
I don't know.
No.
We're going to talk about Christmas movies.
All right. All right, so even though I'm sometimes a bit of a Grinch when it comes to this Christmas stuff,
You're telling me, Ebenezer.
it's only the early Christmas stuff, the pre-Thanksgiving Christmas that I'm a Grinch about. Anyway, even though that might be the case, I love a good Christmas movie.
So you wait until you've stolen everything from the Who's, and you're about to dump it off of the mountain, and then you realize, oh, wait, this is kind of a fun time.
Yeah, then my heart grows 2 sizes too big, yes.
Yeah, okay.
In case you can't tell, this segment's going to be about Christmas movies.
It is. It is. Yeah, we love them, and I mean, they're a part of the holiday as much as eggnog. Oh, sorry, Shawn. And
I actually like eggnog. It doesn't like me, though.
Oh, okay. Well, so I mean, they're a part of the holiday. I mean, in another episode we'll talk about Christmas specials too. But the movies, I mean, they always come out. We go see them. We watch them on TV. I mean, even Hallmark has a whole thing of Christmas movies, and they even play those in July, I think, too. Sometimes Christmas in July. But they make us laugh. They make us cry. They make us nostalgic. And sometimes they're action-packed. But so we'll just spend some time and just talk about some of those movies and kind of reminisce about that. I'll bring this one up,
Okay.
because it's a cool movie and just a neat concept. The Santa Claus.
Tim Allen.
Tim Allen.
Yes.
Yeah. And it's fun seeing him in a squishy fat suit. And, it makes you dream of sugar plums.
So yeah, that's the one where he has to take over for Santa, and he's
Right, he accidentally kills Santa.
I was gonna say I couldn't remember if he killed him or just hurt him, but yeah, so he involuntarily kills
Right,
Santa.
And he puts
It's not like he
puts the
purposely
suit on.
killed him. We probably need to clarify that he didn't murder Santa.
No, he was on the roof and he yelled at him and Santa falls off the roof. Oh, sorry, spoiler alert.
Yeah. So yeah, he becomes Santa, and he.
I mean, it's a Wonderful Life, but
Right.
but it's a neat, and he puts the suit on. That's the Santa Claus,
Yep. Once you put the real suit on, you become Santa.
right? And just the antics of leading up to Christmas, him gaining weight and starting, the beard grows, and I love it when they deliver all the letters or the naughty and nice list to him, and it's just like he comes out and like his whole living room is full of boxes. So I mean, it's a great movie. Plus, Judge Reinhold's in it.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, yeah, he plays the stepdad
Oh.
of the little boy.
He doesn't look the same as he does in Breakfast Club, does he?
Well, was he in Breakfast Club?
I'm thinking of Judd Hirsch. Sorry.
Yeah, no. Judge Reinhold.
You see what I did there?
I see what you did there. I see. So great movie. Great
Yeah,
Christmas
awesome movie.
flick to watch.
So I'm gonna go ahead and jump to it's one we were talking about off air, and I'll bring it up now. The Grinch.
The Grinch. But okay, yeah, the new one with Jim Carrey. Right?
No, I try to avoid everything Jim Carrey if I can, but
You're talking about a holiday special though, so that's
yeah. So I guess
program.
okay. So we'll go Jim Carrey. It's basically the same thing, just
basically a little different story. We get a background story on the Grinch, and why he is the way he is, and I mean, obviously he's not a Who, he's a Grinch,
right.
but and just how he gets to be the way he is. So great flick. I think Jim Carrey does a great job with it.
It is a good Jim Carrey movie. I got a little bit of a Jim Carrey burnout in the early 2000s.
I can see that. I mean,
I actually loved The Mask, but then in the first Pet Detective, Liar Liar, but then I just got a little bit of burnout once after Dumb and Dumber. I like Dumb and Dumber, but then yeah.
I will say one of our dogs, if you put the Grinch on, she falls asleep. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. So sorry, Jim, if you're listening. But
right.
Put my dog to sleep.
Well,
so
that just sounded wrong.
That sounded wrong, didn't it? Yeah. So, but it was. I like that movie. I mean, yeah, if you want to compare it to the classic, and I know people love this one more than the classic, but
right.
I think that
that's
I
just
do like it.
That one just falls under my Jim Carrey bias. It's actually a decent Halloween.
Halloween.
A decent. Well, he is wearing costume. No, decent Christmas movie.
Mm-hmm. Well, what about this one?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. I mean, really, I have to watch that every year.
Every year.
Yeah.
It's just
and
so
it may not
funny.
be as good as like Vacation, but it's hilarious.
When the managers are walking by him at the desk. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Kiss my
What?
Kiss his
What?
Kiss your
What? Happy Hanukkah.
And of course there's the epic thing where he gets the gift and it's not what he thought it was. He just goes on the rant about his boss.
Oh yeah, because it was the Jelly of the Month club.
Jelly, it's the gift that keeps on giving, Clark.
That's right. Cousin Eddie.
Merry Christmas.
Yeah. Of course, him shopping in the beginning too.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the saleswoman there, I was just blousing. I mean browsing. Yeah.
One of the best lines in there is when he finds out Eddie's staying, and Eddie says, "I bet you're surprised, Eddie. If I woke up tomorrow with my forehead sewn into the carpet, I wouldn't be as surprised as I am right now."
Just a great movie, and everything that can go wrong, completely go wrong. And I like when they finally get the house lit, and then all the power goes down around them, and they hit a special switch.
Yeah. And then my favorite part is, and Mark knows this, I've said this before, is the icicle from the gutter going through the pretentious people's house next door.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and
that had Elaine from Seinfeld.
Elaine from Seinfeld. She was Margot.
Margot was
Todd and Margot.
Margot.
So he's on his roof I think it's when he's putting the lights up. And
because he falls.
He slips and he grabs the gutter, and the gutter starts to collapse. And because it's cold and it's Chicago, there's a big gutter-sized icicle in there, and it ends up breaking off, going through his neighbor's windows, and they don't like each other, the neighbors. And so goes through their window, destroys their stereo system. So they come home, and all they see at that point, because it's hours later, is they see the destroyed stereo equipment and a wet carpet.
Yeah.
And they don't know what's going on. I laugh my butt off every time,
And that's exactly when the lights come on and they're blinded and they go off again.
Yeah. But why is the rug wet, Todd? I don't know, Margot.
And of course they burn down the Christmas tree burns up.
Yeah.
And then they have to he goes out and just chops down a tree and brings it in, and the squirrel's in that one. And oh my god!
Well, did the tree burn up when the cat got into the wires?
Yes.
That cat had 9 lives. He just used them all.
Oh.
Did I break wind?
Yeah.
Just so many good lines. You got the Danny Kaye line. We'll just leave it at that.
Yeah. We've got. That one is a holiday classic. It's a must-watch, I think. So if we're putting a list together of our playlist for Christmas, as far as the TV or movies that we're going to watch, that's going to be on mine for sure.
Yeah, that's probably number 2 for me. I've got one more. We'll get into it. That's going to be ahead of it, but yeah.
Okay. Go ahead.
So I might as well just bring that one up now. I watched this growing up as a kid throughout the year. A Christmas Story.
Oh, A Christmas Story, yeah.
Ralphie, you're gonna shoot your eye out, kid.
That one, the Red Ryder BB gun.
Yep, I used to be able to do the whole line. I'm gonna try now, and I'm probably gonna fail miserably, but it'd be great for the show if I do. I want a Red Ryder 200 shot range model air rifle. There's something else in there I forgot, but yeah.
Oh yeah, another great movie, and talk about nostalgia. My nephew and his family, they liked that movie so much that you remember when they opened the house up where they filmed it, they went there, and he actually has a leg lamp he purchased and puts it up every year. So
that's nice.
So he's definitely a huge fan of that.
It's another quotable movie, I can't put my arms down, or
shoot your eye out.
Be sure to drink your Ovaltine. Son of a.
And the dad, of course, trying to fix.
He's using all the Yosemite Sam swear words in the basement.
Exactly.
You rassafrackins. Who turned down the flea? Wait, it's not a flue. The damper. Who turned down the damper? Again. And then Scott Farkas and his toady.
Yep, I can't think of his name. But yeah.
Grover Gill.
Grover Gill. Oh my gosh. It was just a classic movie, and then Ralphie dreaming about the bad guys attacking him because he's got the BB gun. He's able to fend them off.
He's dressed up like a kid from the Wild West.
Yeah, and just a fantastic movie. And bring back. I mean, I know we didn't grow up in that time period, but we can certainly relate to Ralphie and of course the kid. He sticks his tongue to the post.
Stuck. And of course, the reason it got stuck because he got triple dog dared.
That's right.
And they bypassed the triple dare and went right for the throat.
Yep. And then they talk about, getting the soap in the mouth and all that. You didn't want lava soap.
Yeah, he goes, he's like, Dial was, or I forget which one, but Lifebuoy was the one he didn't want. I forget what the other soaps were, but I remember him going, Lifebuoy on the other hand. Bleh.
And the kid that played that was Barbara Billingsley's
grandson,
I think.
Son or grandson. He's a movie producer now.
Yeah.
I want to say he's my age, so it'd have to be grandson. Because I'm 43 now. So Barbara Billingsley would be almost 100, if not right at 100 now. So
right.
yeah, it'd have to be grandson.
But yeah, that's another classic movie that would have to go on the list. And I know there's like one channel that plays like that for 24 hours.
TNT will play it for 24 hours. Now, I'm at the point now where I'll watch it one time all the way through. I don't need to see it again for the rest of the year.
Right.
But as a kid, if it was on 24 hours, that's where I was going to be. Not for 24 hours because I'd fall asleep, but I would have, yeah.
Yeah. So another great movie.
One line I do have to get out of the way from it. Oh, fudge.
But I didn't say fudge.
I said the word, the big one, the F dash 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 word. That's when you got the soap in the mouth.
That's right.
What you got on next on your list there, Mark?
My next one, I've always loved A Christmas Story from Charles Dickens.
Great
Christmas
Carol?
movie, A Christmas Carol. Yeah, I'm sorry. And they and I just love that movie, but they one-upped it, and you have a picture of him on your shirt, and it would be Scrooged with Bill Murray, man.
That is a good one.
Frank Cross.
We're having trouble getting the antlers to stay on the mouse. Have you tried Staples?
Yeah. I mean, who can be better, that bah humbug kind of guy than Bill Murray?
Yeah, so
I mean,
is he a CEO? I can't remember.
He's a TV exec.
Yeah, he's a TV exec, and they're trying to shoot a TV special, and everything's going wrong, and he doesn't care. He's just, get it shot. I don't care about the holidays. All I want's the money, that kind of thing.
I mean, have you noticed though? It has some throwbacks to Groundhog Day. If you stop and think about this, because right, I mean, the story's the same thing. You got this jerky guy who becomes a better man on the eve of a national holiday.
Seems like Bill Murray had a type of movie.
He did have a type of movie, and his delivery and everything, and he had a lot of just funny slapstick kind of humor in that movie as well.
Yeah, didn't the ghost of Christmas Present just kind of beat the crap out of him at one point?
Yeah, was that present or past? I don't know. Yeah, she kept flying through and hitting him.
Yeah, past. She's past, yeah.
But I mean, that's such a classic story, and then they took it into the comic realm and did just a great job with it. So yeah. Yeah,
they did. So I was going to, because this is one I watched as a kid, going back to the original Christmas Carol, but the Mickey Mouse version of it. Okay, that was going to be the next one that I was going to bring up. Now, I don't know if that falls under Christmas special, though.
It might, but go ahead. I
always thought it was a movie. It basically, I don't know if this is what, quote-unquote, invented Scrooge McDuck, but, I mean, he's named after Ebenezer Scrooge, so...
Right.
So this came out in 82 or 83, I believe.
Yeah, and I think Scrooge McDuck was around before that, but yeah, I definitely, I mean, they had to do this story.
Yeah. Well, it's basically the Walt Disney telling of A Christmas Carol. You got Mickey as Bob Cratchit.
Yep.
You've got Donald as the is he the...
He's the nephew.
The nephew, yeah. Obviously you got Scrooge as Scrooge. Goofy as I almost said Bob Marley. Jacob Marley, yeah.
It'd
be different if he was Bob Marley.
Yeah. That'd be a whole different show.
I don't remember. I don't think the ghosts were anyone special. The Ghosts of Christmas.
No, I mean, I think they used some of the same characters. Now you did have the the mean dog character. I can't think of his name right off.
Yeah, he was the Christmas present.
He was Future.
He was Future. He was Future. You're right.
Then you just had the giant from when they did the Jack and the Beanstalk thing. You had the giant who played present.
I honestly don't Yeah. So who played Pass? That's what I don't remember.
Oh, shoot. I don't remember.
Probably
I can't
Pluto.
remember right offhand.
Probably Pluto. I don't know.
Yeah, Pluto. It could have been any of them, though.
Yeah. I mean, they threw everybody out there,
Mm-hmm. It was a classic, and we all grew up watching that.
Mm-hmm.
And I know we're going to talk a lot more about the specials coming up, so maybe that's kind of like we're setting it up.
There you go.
But great show. Okay, so Shawn, the big debate out there
Okay,
at Christmas time,
all right,
is Die Hard. Is Die Hard a Christmas movie? Now, you and I both agree on this, so it's going to be hard for us to
debate.
We're not going
debating.
to be able to debate it.
We agree. It is a Christmas movie.
That's right. So if I think what we need to do is we'll put a Twitter poll out there, and we're going to get the final answer from you. And you vote on this and let us know. Is it a Christmas? We'll give you two options. Is it, Die Hard is a Christmas movie. Die Hard is not a Christmas movie. You and I both agree, but we'll go by what the listeners say.
It's not a Christmas movie until I see Hans Gruber fall off the Nakahoma building.
That's right. And who needs ho 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 when you got yippee ki yay?
Merry Christmas!
All right, so I'll go to another classic, Home Alone.
Well, wait a minute before you go move on.
Yes.
So if Die Hard is a Christmas movie, is Gremlins a Christmas movie? Because it's set at Christmas time.
I say yeah. I say that's a Christmas movie, and I also think that Lethal Weapon's a Christmas movie.
Lethal Weapon, yeah, because it takes place at Christmas time. So, yeah, so where do we stop with, is it this movie or is it that movie? Die Hard will agree, it is, yeah.
Die Hard's a Christmas movie, yeah, and so is Gremlins, so is Lethal Weapon.
True.
All right, so on to my next movie, another classic, Home Alone. This is what brought Macaulay Culkin to the forefront, gave him his foot in the door. Some would say he's slammed his foot in that door a few times since then, but he's on a comeback. He's got his own podcast now, I think.
Yes. Yeah.
And he's I think he's in a band. I'm not sure.
I think that's right. I think he is in a band.
It's a punk band, I believe. But so Home Alone, you got Joe Pesci and Daniel. What is his last name, Mark?
Oh,
it's not Stern, 'cause that's a commissioner of the NBA.
Or is it?
Daniel?
Because I thought David Stern
was. We did that before, didn't we?
Yeah.
See, we do callbacks all the time here. So Daniel Stern and Joe Pesci is the burglars who are... Kevin's left at home by his family on accident because they have extended family with them, and everybody's trying to get into the minivan. He got in trouble the night before, so he was sleeping in the attic, I think, wasn't he?
I think so.
Or at least in an unattended bedroom.
Yeah.
He
was hiding, or he was, he wakes up and they're gone already.
Well, and his cousin that wets the bed had drank a soda before bed, so
maybe that was why he.
Yeah, he left. Well, yeah. So they're trying to count people, and of course they ask his brothers, Kevin back there, yeah, and his brothers, reading a comic book or whatever, and they don't realize it until they get to New York, I think.
That's right.
And that he's not with them.
And I don't know how you could it was a whole family going. It wasn't just mom, dad, the kids. It was like grandma and grandpa. And, it was a whole group of people that were going.
Right. And so he ends up being home alone, and he's happy about it at first. He figures out how to go grocery shopping and have pizza delivered and.
Yeah. We talked about that not too long ago when we did the gangster
movies. Yeah.
Yeah.
The Angels with Filthy Souls.
With dirty faces.
Angels with Dirty Faces. Yeah. Okay. And then so when the pizza gets delivered, leave it on the doorstep. And then he puts the money out the mail slot. Keep the change, you filthy animal. Yeah. And then he plays the gunshots.
Yeah. He uses it later on with the burglars too.
Yeah. And now, so there's been that Mark Roebler guy we were talking about in the intro with the glitter bomb.
Yeah.
He actually collaborated with the guy on if the injuries that these thieves suffered if they'd be able to make it through, and the consensus was hell no.
Yeah, stop and think about some of the things that the paint cans.
The paint cans would have shattered the face, and the fall would have broken their necks. The one that cracked me up was they show him getting the torch to the head,
right,
and So they said, well, okay, so he takes a torch to the head and he sits there for 5 seconds. 5 seconds, you don't have any skin left on your head. So when he went to dunk his head in the toilet, that was, of course, full of gasoline, he would have had no hair, and then dunking your head that's on fire into a bowl of gasoline, he would have died from the explosion.
Oh, yeah.
And then the crowbar to the chest from the spiders on it. They would not have survived. The brick off the top would have definitely fractured Marvin's skull. Marvin was Daniel Stern's character.
Yeah. But how ingenuitive was the kid?
That's what I'm saying. I would have never thought to do that.
Think about remember he set up, it would almost look like there was a party going on in the house. He had like mannequins and cutouts and stuff like that, and they were all...
Oh, yeah.
So, It's one of those fun movies that we can certainly laugh at. A lot of slapstick comedy, which is I enjoy slapstick comedy. So,
oh yeah, absolutely.
Definitely a good one. My next one would be we talked about this in the Thanksgiving episode. Briefly mentioned it. I just want to throw it in here because it's one of those classics. Miracle on 34th Street. So,
oh yeah.
So we were wondering about the year of that. It came out in 1947. So right after World War II. An old man working at Macy's department store as a Santa Claus, and he claims to be Kris Kringle. He convinces innocent kids, and of course the whole end scene where, not the very end, but
right. But you're talking when they bring the letters in, yeah.
And there's a lot of TV shows and other things that have used that same kind of concept. So just a great movie, and I've seen the other one, the newer one. It's fine, but I mean this one certainly is just the classic.
Well, and then not to spoil, but at the end when they're driving past, and all of a sudden Natalie Wood's character looks out and she sees their dream house, and she gets out and runs and just walks into this random house,
right? And
has a for sale sign out front, I believe. And her mom comes in. You can't just run into people's houses, but Mom, it's perfect. And they see Santa's cane.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very, very good. But of course, they ended up having to buy the house. Santa
said, well, it is for sale.
Yeah.
And of course, when it's the 1940s in a movie, of course you can just see a house and buy it.
Yes.
You don't need you don't need any kind of savings or anything. You can just I will buy this house.
Well, yeah, but weren't they like? I mean, she was like
she was
an executive. For Macy's,
they probably and so was he. I think
he was a lawyer.
A lawyer. So they had the money to do it.
Yeah.
They did. It just typical movie ending. So then, since you brought up an older movie, I'll also bring up an older movie. It's A Wonderful Life.
Oh yeah,
it's another one we watch every year.
That's right.
And that everybody knows that one. Every time a bell rings, an angel gets his wings.
Yep. Clarence, the angel that had to earn his wings. He was kind of a misfit.
Right.
Signed him
to George Bailey.
George Bailey. Yeah, I kept thinking of
Jimmy Stewart.
Yeah.
And so one of the funniest parts is when he's drying the book out that he had him it's Tom Sawyer, and he goes, I can't wait for Mark Twain's new book.
Yes, that's right, new book. What?
And you've got the Merry Christmas, Bedford Falls.
That's right.
Merry Christmas, you old building and alone. Merry Christmas, Mr. Potter, and a Happy New Year to you in jail.
Yeah.
The storyline there is he had given his Uncle Billy money to deposit, and Uncle Billy accidentally put it in a newspaper, and gave that newspaper to Mr. Potter because there was an article in it about George or about something that was going to tick Potter off. Potter finds the money in there. Potter owns everything else in the town, but he can't get his hands on the building and loan. But now that he's got their deposit, he thinks he can get them, and he can get George put in jail, and so that's part of what has George despondent, and
and George wishes he never had been
born, and then
because it goes back to when they were kids, and he had saved his brother
Harry
from drowning, and he ends up getting stuck in this town, and that's not what he wanted. He wanted to travel the world and see something, and then Mary, who he falls in love with and ends up marrying and all that stuff.
Buffalo gal, won't you come out tonight?
Do you want the moon, Mary?
Just say the word and I'll lasso
it and pull it down. And of course you got when he's doing that scene, and then the neighbor looks out and goes, "Just kiss her already."
What was that? Why didn't you kiss her instead of talking her to death?
Yeah, I don't think it's the holiday season until you actually see that movie too.
Buffalo gal, won't you come out tonight? Won't you come out tonight?
Well, we're on the old movie, so I'll go
Mm-hmm.
ahead and throw this one out. White Christmas.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, of course, that wasn't the first time that White Christmas was sung in a movie. It was in Holiday Inn, of
Right,
course. but
right.
This is with Danny Kaye and Bing Crosby, which was a throwback to another movie we just mentioned.
Right, right.
But and then Rosemary Clooney was in it as
Oh, yeah.
well. So great thing. So it starts off in World War II. I think Bing Crosby is like he was a singer or entertainer prior to the war. He goes in, he's a captain, and then of course Danny Kaye is like a private, but saves his life. And so then they end up as a team together, touring vaudeville and all that stuff, and very successful. And they end up meeting the sisters, who Rosemary Clooney plays one
Right.
of them. They end up in Vermont, and the lodge that they're at is their old. I don't know if it was the general or colonel or whatever he was, but and then them kind of paying him back. So, but I mean, the Irving Berlin song "White Christmas," of course, is featured in that as well. There's a lot of other ones.
Right. Next, this will probably be the last one that I'll bring up. It's my mom's favorite one, so she'll be happy to hear this one on here. The Bells of St. Mary.
Okay, so another Bing Crosby.
Oh yeah. She loves that movie, and I don't remember too much about it off the top of my head right now. The one thing I do remember is when she had to, and I hope I'm getting the right movie. The nun had to teach the kid to box at one point.
Yeah, I think so.
Yes,
think so.
'cause
I'm not real familiar with that movie, and you'd think I would be because
Right.
I like old movies. But
Well, I think Bing Crosby's character also could box, but I remember the scene I remember is her walking through the town. She's looks like she's reading a Bible as she passes the priest, and after she passes them, she kind of pushes the other book up, and it's a book on boxing.
oh yeah.
So that's the scene
right.
I remember from that. It's it had Ingrid Bergman, Bing Crosby, it had Clarence in it.
Oh, it did.
Yeah, he was Horace. I can't read the last name here, but his name was Horace in the movie. So he was in there. Obviously, he's more known as Clarence than Horace, but yeah, just another good movie, and another Bing Crosby. This is that, and with the one you mentioned, that's probably why Bing Crosby's known as the Christmas crooner.
Probably. I mean, he did a lot of Christmas songs and stuff like that. But yeah, I mean, he certainly, and then the Christmas specials in the '70s that he did, and I guess even in radio prior to that. But yeah, I mean, I think you're right. I think that when I think of Christmas, I do think of Bing Crosby, and love that stuff.
All right, why don't you bring up one more for us?
I got
Mark?
one more.
Okay.
It really is. That's the last one on my list too, because you've already talked about the other two that were there.
All right.
Is Elf.
Okay.
I
Will
think
Ferrell?
that is such a great movie. It's hilarious. I'm in a store and I'm singing.
Santa.
Yeah. You're not Santa.
My favorite scene is him sitting on Bob Hope's lap. That just cracks me up every time.
Bob Hope.
Or not Bob Hope. Bob Newhart. Sorry. Bob Newhart's lap. If you sit on Bob Hope's lap, that's a different movie too.
Yeah.
It's the
I
zombie
mean, there was
movie.
a tie-in here all of a sudden.
Bob Newhart's lap. He's sitting on Bob Newhart's lap because
Yeah.
he's just so giant.
And
Bob
yeah, as he gets bigger and bigger, he's still sitting on his lap. Yeah.
Yeah, Will Ferrell's pretty good at doing the wacky comedies and stuff like that.
Wasn't
That's
that
just
based off of a book and it became a musical? In fact, I think the whole story is about how this book, it's
I believe so.
you know,
Yeah.
how he comes and figures out that he's like not an elf really, and he's
Right.
a real person. And
The
then-
snowball scene's pretty funny too.
Oh yeah,
Where he's just
Snow-
90-mile-an-hour fastballs right at the kids.
Yeah.
Just
Oh yeah, great scene. And then who's the dad?
oh my goodness, you would put me on the spot like that.
Crap, I can't think of it.
I'm bringing up the elf cast. I'm cheating.
Okay.
I'm cheating.
You're
everybody.
cheating. That's fine. I know the name, and as soon as you say it, it's going to be like, yes,
James Caan.
James Caan. Yeah, I mean, just plays that part so well. But Buddy is the elf, is Will
Yeah.
Ferrell's character, Buddy, and just funny, You don't have to think about it. Adds a lot of holiday spirit.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's most Will Ferrell movies, those you don't have to think about, and that's not an insult. That's
No, that I mean, but
Yeah.
and it's just good humor. It's good, clean humor actually in this movie. So there's some ideas for you. I'm sure you have other ideas for Christmas movies that you like and enjoy, and you can let us know what those are as well. But I've enjoyed this. This is fun. Just thinking about those. Now I'm going to have to, start firing up the TV and finding these movies and watching them again.
Yeah, I might have to start binge watching.
Yeah, no kidding.
All right. So you can let us know your list on Facebook and also on Twitter, Randomosity Pod.
Yep, exactly.
And up next we have Would You Rather? Would you rather? Dan rather?
No.
Oh.
No.
Oh, would you rather?
Would you
Okay,
rather.
all right. I got you now.
This is, would you rather do this or rather do that?
You can get with this or you can get with that. You can get with this because this is where it's at. It's for kids of the 90s. They'll love that one.
Yeah. I'm not a kid of the 90s.
All right, so you got some more listener ones, I think.
I
don't
do.
You?
Okay. We have some listener ones. So Richard
Okay.
asked, would you rather shave your head or would you rather dye your hair purple?
That's an easy answer for me because I pretty much shave my head anyway. So yeah, I'm gonna shave my head.
Yeah, I would dye my hair purple. No.
I mean,
I don't have enough hair.
I was gonna say you could do that, but
It'd be more like painting my head.
yeah, it's just yeah.
Yeah. So, shave your head or dye your hair purple. Now, in some ways, but why purple? Why does it have to be purple?
I mean,
Why couldn't it be green and you could be like the Joker?
well, and you say green every year for St. Patrick's Day. My family's in the downtown parade, and I let my hair grow out during that time,
Right.
mostly so that I can I will like kind of shave the sides a little bit. It's not a mohawk, but it's more of a fade, and I'll spray paint what I have green.
And you have like this whole leprechaun outfit for that too, don't you?
Well, the leprechaun outfit was a Halloween costume, and one
that's right.
of my friends said I should have put that as my most embarrassing Halloween costume. I was most impressed with that Halloween
you
costume.
weren't embarrassed by that one?
No,
at
I
all.
wasn't. No, I was proud of that.
Actually, that was a really good costume.
I had a green top hat.
Yeah, it
I
was
had
great.
a green bow tie. I had a green.
You had like the coat with the tails and everything. I mean, you look like a leprechaun.
I did. I spent enough money on that where I better look like a damn leprechaun too. It wasn't a whole lot of money, but it was more than I'd normally spend on Halloween. But it was worth it.
Yeah, I mean, shave your head. I'm already getting there, so I don't know.
I mean, yeah. So I mean, you.
I don't think I don't. I'm not into dyeing my hair.
Here's the good part, Mark. With you, either one of those is a 5-minute project.
Yeah, I mean, I already dye and put some gray in there to make me look more distinguished. So
It's a touch of gray.
that's right.
No, wait, that's not how touch of gray works, Mark. That's
It's not?
not. No.
There's 50 shades of it.
Oh my God.
But it is. Yeah, I think that I'm gonna have to go with shave your head.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, the purple hair. I mean, I don't begrudge anybody that decides to do that to their hair. And on some, I'm gonna say women, and I guess on some guys it could look good. I don't know, but
The purple hair.
Yeah.
They dye their hair gray now. Young girls dyeing their hair gray.
I feel like it's supposed to be platinum, but yeah, it looks gray.
No, it's
supposed to be gray?
It's gray.
So
I mean,
they're supposed to look like Storm?
that's more white, isn't it?
Yeah, you got a point there.
I mean, I guess I don't know. So many people want to get rid of the gray, and you got
they're
people
trying to
that are
add it.
doing it. And,
See,
and in some cases, on some people, it looks okay. But I just don't know that that's something that I would want to stick with.
No, I wouldn't either. And I always thought it was platinum, but I know you have the inside track on hair care. So
Well, because my daughter's
right, yeah, no, not Mark's not a hairstylist.
I'm not a hairstylist,
but his daughter is. So I know he has the inside track on that. So I'm gonna absolutely trust him on it.
But
Right. But okay, so that's so long answer to the short question is head shave.
head shave, yeah, I
Yeah.
think I would go that way. Of course, then I don't know. Then we look like
I don't punk rock and yeah.
Dr. X or something.
Dr. X.
So Hannah writes, would you rather find $20 on the ground
Yes.
Or would you rather find all of your missing socks? Now, certainly your missing socks would outweigh $20 because you've probably spent, because socks cost how much? I mean, you can pay like $8 like for one pair of socks.
Yeah, if you, well, I don't buy expensive socks, so
Yeah, but even if you buy a pack of socks, they're about $20, aren't they?
it's like $16 for a pair of 6.
Okay. So
You
close.
can go to some like dollar, I'm not gonna say dollar stores, but discount stores, Dollar General, Family Dollar, things like that, and you can buy like a 3-pack for $6, I think.
Okay. All right.
It's still way
You can go to
pricier
Dollar
than-
Tree and pay $1.
But I don't. Do they sell socks at Dollar Tree?
You know, I don't. I bet they do.
I bet they
have
do.
socks.
I don't know that I want socks from
But
Dollar
they're
Tree.
probably going to be funny socks, and I do like funny socks.
Funny socks are good. So if it's all my, I don't really have a lot of funny socks though. I've never had a lot of funny socks. I know
I
what
can't
my
say that.
I know what my niece's answer is going to be, and it's going to be all her lost socks. She is a sock fanatic. She likes to get the goofy socks, but then she also likes to mismatch them.
Yeah, I've noticed that. I don't like mix matching my socks, even though I like the funny ones, the colorful ones, and stuff like that.
But if you have two SpongeBob ones, you want to wear, two SpongeBob ones. You don't want to have a SpongeBob and a
and
Patrick
a Batman
one.
one or something.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I gave her Harry Potter ones one year. She's a huge Harry Potter fan. So they were, and she can correct me on this if she's listening. Obviously not right now, she can't. But
Yeah, call in.
Yeah, call in from the future. She would wear, I think it was the ones that were the houses. I'm not a big Harry Potter fan, so forgive me for not knowing that.
Okay, yeah, because you had Hogs.
Hogwarts, you had...
And what's the other one? Because I remember it off of Big Bang.
Yeah, so, but
That is something I have not done. I have a friend up in Chicago. And Guy, if you're listening, I know we mentioned you before with when Jim was here, but I know that he read like all the books and he watched the movies and he really enjoyed them, and he, but I never really did that. I don't know why. And I've been wanting to just kind of like binge watch the movies, not so much binge watch, but maybe this week watch this one and next week watch that one. But I'd like to go back and watch it and see what the big thing is, because I like wizards, I like this and that. So
and I tried watching. I can't get into Harry Potter now. Lord of the Rings, I can get into.
yeah, but it's a whole different kind of
It is
story. So
So yeah, but basically, my niece would want her socks back. I know that. $20 of the socks. I mean, $20 isn't gonna last as long as it used to. But my socks, I mean, they're just cotton, usually white or black socks. I'm gonna go with the money. What the heck? I'll go with the money.
yeah, I was thinking about that, because how many of the missing socks that I have are already gone because I threw them away because I couldn't find the match for them. So I find them all, and now I've got another one sock again. Where do they go?
I'm not sure. I think there's a magical fairy inside of dryers, because it's not the washers. I mean, it could be, I guess, because I don't really pay attention when I'm pulling clothes out of the washer and into the dryer, but they're not on the floor between the two.
Right.
I mean, do they just magically turn into lint and the lint trap?
No,
sucks
here's
them
what
up?
happens.
Okay.
I'm going to tell you. I'm going to solve this for everyone.
All right.
So your missing socks turn into Tupperware lids.
That makes all the sense in the world.
Right. So, I mean, because I always have more lids than I have,
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
the plasticware stuff, the Tupperware stuff. So, I think so. But I'll go with the missing socks just because I have some crazy ones, and I would like to find some of those again.
But you said you threw them all out.
Well, some of them. I mean, some of them I've kept
Okay.
hoping, So the missing socks that I have matches for would be great.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll go with that.
All right.
So last one is from Mary Kay. Actually, I have a bonus one
Okay.
too. So, but here it is. Mary Kay asked, "Would you rather be a wizard, or would you rather be a superhero?"
Can I be Doctor Strange and be both?
Oh, hadn't thought about that, but that is true. You could be a wizard and a superhero at the same time,
And have the time stone.
and have the time stone. Yes, that one's tough.
Okay, so if I can't be Doctor Strange, who's both, I'm gonna be a wizard.
Yeah, I'm leaning that way because you got the magic and you can do all this stuff.
Mhm.
But a superhero would be cool too, though, and we've talked about
Yeah,
that before.
yeah. Superhero can be
But it depends. If you're like underdog,
or Aquaman, like
Yeah,
the
yeah,
original Aquaman, not Jason Momoa Aquaman.
right? Then it would have to depend on that. But man, that is just a tough one.
Yeah, I'm still gonna go wizard.
I think I'm going to join you. I think wizard is the way to go. I mean, you've got all the magic. You can learn new spells and learn how to do
Right.
things. And
And I'm saying wizard, especially if I can wear the Merlin hat.
the Merlin hat. And you got to grow the beard.
Oh yeah.
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 You gotta
I mean,
have, and it's got to be white
well, yeah, if I've got the magic wand,
or
I guess,
gray.
or gray.
You can have it dyed gray or
Right,
purple.
have dyed gray or purple. Call back.
All right, one last one, Shawn. This
Okay.
one's just one for fun, right?
Mm-hmm.
Would you rather be a cartoon in real life,
Okay.
or would you rather be a real person in a cartoon?
So either way, it's a Roger Rabbit episode.
Right. We've learned everything we need to know from Roger Rabbit.
Right. So I can either be killed by the toon juice. I can't remember what it's called now.
Right.
Or I can, I don't know, just be a human like I am now. But I'm in a cartoon world. Is that what the
If you-
caveat was?
real life in a cartoon world. You're real.
But
in a
I'm in the
cartoon
cartoon, so
world.
I'm on the other side of that brick wall.
Right.
Okay. Roger Rabbit reference, by the way.
You're a cartoon in the real world.
Dip. It was called the Dip.
The dip.
Yeah. We're just all over the place, folks.
Yeah.
So
That's the name of the show.
I mean, if I'm a cartoon, I'm still in this world. What do the physics laws?
See, yeah, that's a good question because if you're in the toon world,
Physics laws don't apply. I
They
could
don't
jump off
apply,
a building, and yeah, it maybe hurts, and I maybe become different
they
shape.
can drop anvils on you and you're fine.
Yeah, drop a piano on me. I just turn into an accordion. Yeah,
Right. And then you kind of like
shake your
blow
head. And
yourself
you're good.
back
Yeah.
up or whatever. Yeah.
You do what? Oh, blow yourself back up.
Oh.
Okay. I thought I misheard that for a minute.
No.
Uh, I'm gonna go human in cartoon world because of the physics.
I just think it would be kind of cool to be a cartoon in the real world, though.
But then, do all the stuff you think didn't normally hurt you start to hurt you?
But you're a cartoon, so it shouldn't. The physics would still apply.
Well, then, if you reverse that, then the human physics apply to you in the cartoon world. So stuff that would hurt you there, and that was my caveat for going over there.
We're gonna have to go back and watch Roger Rabbit now and see if that's
Yeah. Well, in Roger Rabbit, it was, I know in the cartoons in the real world, their physics overrode real physics, so they could do what they could do in the real world.
right.
I can't remember what Eddie was able to do once he crossed over into their world. I feel like I remember him falling off a building and being okay, but 'cause he had
Right.
he had Bugs Bunny on one side of him and Mickey on the other side of him.
Yeah,
at
yeah.
that
Do
point.
you remember that? Yeah.
So, I'm still gonna go in the cartoon world because that might just be more fun to look at.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna stick with the cartoon in the real world because I just think it would be kind of funny to
Now, are you a
Maybe
known cartoon in the real world, or do you have to hide your identity?
Oh.
See, in the real person in the cartoon world, cartoons don't care. Everything looks weird. So,
Yes, it doesn't matter.
but a cartoon in the real world,
I
if
don't
you-
know. I think you'd be an anomaly in either world. I
Well, yeah,
really do.
you'd be an anomaly, but I'm saying, in the real world, if you're a cartoon, are you then ostracized because?
Because you're not a cartoon, or in the real world you aren't. Because
Yeah, I'm saying if you're a cartoon in the real world, I'm thinking cartoon people are more, unless you're like Bluto or
right.
one of the villains. I don't know why I picked Bluto. You're probably more understanding about people who are different than you. You come into this world as a cartoon. I'm getting deep with this.
So, but if you go,
Did Jim inhabit my body there for a minute?
Yeah, no kidding. I think though, if you come into this world as a cartoon, yeah, you're gonna have to be worried about like erasers and certain things because we've seen that before too.
Mhm. Yeah. I'm sticking with mine. Real person, cartoon world.
Okay, I'm sticking with mine. Cartoon in the real world.
All
Of course,
right.
you'd be yourself. no matter what.
I'm going to throw a bonus one
As
out there.
long as you're not, yeah.
I'm going to go ahead and throw a bonus one out there real quick,
Okay,
too.
yeah, go ahead.
So, would you rather hit your bare thumb with a hammer while nailing something into the wall, or stub your bare toe into, let's say a bed frame or a dresser while walking around at night? Now, when I say hammering and nailing, I don't mean like the end of Dragnet where the logo's getting pounded in, where the guy's got the sledgehammer and he's just going full force at it.
Yeah.
I just mean where you put it and you're setting the nail.
Right.
And you still squish it between the wood and the...
Right, it still hurts.
Right.
Is what you're saying.
So would you rather do that, or would you rather stub your bare foot?
I've
the
done
toe?
both.
I've done both too. You
So-
broke your toe doing the barefoot one.
I did. I broke my toe. I hit a wagon that was in the house when the kids were young, and broke my toe. I think hitting your thumb, it hurts, but it goes away quicker.
I think so too.
Yeah, because the other one, you can stub your toe.
And then you're walking on it all day.
Yeah, and you're walking on it, and it hurts, and there's nothing you can really do. I know there's not much you can do with your thumb at that point either, but you've not really it hurts, but it goes away quickly.
Right.
I would say the hammer to the thumb.
I'll take the hammer to the thumb too. I mean, neither one's comfortable. And me, I hold nails with the left hand, and I'm severely right-handed. So I'd be jacking up my non-dominant hand. And stubbing toes. I mean, I've got gout anyway, so when that flares up, that sucks. And so I've had enough of walking on sore feet, so I don't want to do the toe stub.
Oh yeah. Well, if you have a would you rather, make sure that you put it on either on Twitter at Randomosity Pod or on Facebook. We've got a couple places there that you can add it to the comments. Facebook is Randomosity with Shawn and Mark.
And that's going to do it for our show this week, I think.
I think so. So. We got.
What do we got next week, Mark?
Next week, still
show
in double
11.
digits. Yeah.
Show 11. Yeah. Well, that's how it works. You don't normally retract
right.
shows.
We don't go back.
You don't go backwards. I mean,
So we're going to do a high five, low five.
Okay, high five, low five. All right.
Yeah, I think we're going to do Christmas songs.
Oh, yeah. Christmas.
Yeah.
Okay.
So our favorite Christmas songs.
Least favorite Christmas
songs. And we're going to have the Problem Solvers.
All right, they're back.
They're going to make an appearance.
All right.
We have some life advice to dole out. And then also, we got a new segment we're going to do.
Okay.
Called Liar, Liar.
Pants on fire?
Pants on fire.
Is there...
Liar,
Liar.
Liar. Pants on
fire! We just blew out everybody's headphones.
Yeah, sorry about that. I hope you weren't listening with it.
So now, is that a punishment game? Like, if we are caught lying, our pants do get set on fire?
Yeah, your pants will automatically just burst into flames. Yes.
I don't know if I like that game. You do realize this is an audio show, right? Nobody will see
Nobody's
that.
going to see it.
So that's just torturing us for the sake of
the
entertainment.
Audience.
Okay,
Yes.
Awesome, sweet. All right, so tune in for that next week. One of us may lose our pants and the skin below our waist.
Yes, exactly. All right. Well, thanks for joining us this week, and remember to like us on Facebook and on Twitter, and also we're going to put the poll up on the Die Hard movie. So we'll take care of that as well. Make sure you go out there and vote. We usually run those for 7 days, the polls, and it'll be the end all say all to it all.
Right. From this point on, whatever you guys answer is how we have to see Die Hard.
That's right.
So just remember what the right answer is.
Yes.
Movie. All right. So that'll be next week. And until next week, have a great week.
Later.
Thanks for listening. We appreciate you being with us idiots here. Tell your friends and family about the podcast. And to see what other nonsense we're up to, check us out on Facebook at Randomosity with Shawn and Mark. And remember, we're idiots. What do we know?